What's up, everybody? This is Brian.
I'm Logan, and this is Tops. And we're Crush Cards. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, happy all that jazz. Welcome to the party. Here we are.
So today, we are going to bring you an updated Shaddoll-Zombie deck profile. You guys have been asking for an updated version of this deck.
Since the ban list came out and MR5 and all that jazz, so...
Yeah, and like in every deck profile we put up, you guys are like, new Shaddoll-Zombie?
New Shaddoll-Zombie,
yeah,
where is it? It's
so,
like, okay, here it is.
So in all honesty, not a lot has changed in this deck, but with the release of Duel Overload, this deck did get 1 to 2 cards that made it a little bit stronger. This is a going second deck. It's Shaddoll's clearly, so they're just an engine that help you break boards, that help you spam your board, and also just kind of go in and kill your opponent. So with the inclusion of cards like Needle Fiber, I just think zombies in general get a really, really big buff. But before we get into the card by card, we want to ask you guys real quick, take 10 seconds and just go down and hit the subscribe button.
It'd be really cool if you subscribed and became a part of our big happy family. We have a lot of fun here, and we have an Instagram. It's at CrushCardsYGO. We're on there all the time, answering messages, posting stories, posting photos, you name it, we're doing it. We also have a Discord that we just started a couple weeks ago, and that is probably our favorite place right now. We are in there all the time. The community is really strong. It's really sweet and wholesome, and if you want to just come hang out and feel a whole lot of love, that's the place to go.
Yeah, and like especially with this Master Rule being so live right now, but with Yu-Gi-Oh kind of being dead as far as the competitive season, it's just a really cool place to go and hang out, talk, still keep up with what's going on in the metagame, or what will be the metagame, and just to meet new people. So we really want to encourage you guys, check out the Instagram, subscribe to the channel, and go to the Discord. And if you guys really want to support us, we also have a link to Patreon, but all of the links are going to be in the description box down below.
Neat!
With all that being said, let's get into the card by card.
Woo!
Starting off with our play starter, like fetch card, we play double Shiranui Solitaire. We only play this card at 2 because 3 is really bricky. You draw a lot more with this deck than you would with like any other zombie build. So you don't want to see multiples of this or of Unizombie because that's all this card really gets you. But what this card says is that you can tribute 1 zombie monster, which is the cost and is typically itself, and special summon 1 zombie tuner with 0 defense directly from your deck to your side of the field, which is triple Unizombie. This is probably the best card in the entire deck. Not only is it a tuner, but this card allows you to discard any card, which is really, really impactful when you play a bunch of dangers, which this deck does. It allows you to Foolish Burial any zombie monster directly from your deck to your graveyard. It's really important to note that both of those target a monster and increase their level by 1. So we actually use that and abuse that level manipulation in this deck. And he's basically a free Needle Fiber. And then of course, speaking of extenders, we play the best extender in the entire deck, triple copies of Mizuki, any version of a zombie deck that requires some comboing off. I think 3 Mizuki is absolutely mandatory because if you get stopped, if you face any form of interruption, Mizuki allows you to just continually play through that. So having access to it opening hand or having 3 copies in your deck live at all times so you can send them to the graveyard and continue on with your combo plays is just essential. If you play the 1 Gozuki, this card is like a mini Unizombie minus the fact that it's not a tuner and it doesn't allow you to discard, but it still allows you to Foolish Burial any zombie monster directly from your deck to your graveyard in your main phase. And once this card hits the graveyard, you can banish another zombie monster in your graveyard that is not Gozuki to special a secondary zombie from your hand. So it is a really good play extender. Play double copies of Necroworld Banshee. This is just quick effect Zombie World. Banish it from either the field or the graveyard, and you just activate Zombie World directly from your deck. Play the 1 copy of Glow Up Bloom. This card is once again just an instant Doom King. That's all this card really does. It's the only purpose. So you only played it 1 because you only would need to see it maybe once or twice. You could summon this off of your Needle Fiber. You could send this to the grave off of Gozuki or Unizombie, and then just banish it to special summon your Doom King. Which, speaking of, we play double copies of Doom King. This is the strongest card in the entire deck. For any of you guys who don't know what this card does already, this card is a 2 interruptions guaranteed every single turn as long as Zombie World is face up on the field, because this card says that whenever a zombie monster activates its effect, this card can either chain to negate that monster effect, or it can chain to banish any monster on the field or graveyard. And then provided there's a face up field spell, every single standby phase, this card comes back in defense position from the grave. This is a Shaddoll-Zombie deck, so we are playing a small Shaddoll package. We are playing 1 Wendy, 1 Beast, 1 Dragon, and 1 Trick Clown. This is just part of your combo. This is just to help you get rid of problematic back row, and it's a compulse. Beast helps you draw 2 or helps you draw 1, and then Trick Clown is literally just a free body. But the Shaddolls are such a good utility going second because it literally just allows you to break boards or get free bodies on board to go into some of your OTK plays. And as I said before, we play a relatively extensive danger package still. We are going second. So these cards just allow us to break boards a little bit more and also allow us to dig through our deck. Snake is a free body, Jackalope is a free body, Mothman is a free discard and or a free body, Nessie is a free body, Thunderbird pops face downs, and then Bigfoot helps you pop face ups. Now the reason we're playing 2 Bigfoot and 1 Thunderbird is because we do want to have access to our level 8 plays or rank 8 plays, and regardless, every one of these cards, if summoned, is a draw. So you do play 7 draw spells in the entire deck, which are these guys. This is a going second deck, so we do maximize on triple Phantasme. I think this is a really interesting choice because a lot of people think that links are dead. A lot of people think that, oh, it's Master Rule 5, no one's gonna link. I would argue the complete opposite. I think that people are linking more now because of Needle Fiber, because of Anaconda, and because of Union Carrier. So this is already just a free body on the field. It allows you to fix and sculpt your hand to dig forth options that you would need to see in your hand turn 1, and it also provides you targeting protection. And a really cute interaction that I like to do with Phantasme is because he's typically already on the board because you go second. As long as you can get access to your Unizombie, you can normal summon your Unizombie, target the Phantasme, and bump its level up 1, so you can make this a level 8. So you now place 8 level 8s in your entire deck. So this card is really, really strong. And then off for the spells. This is something I'm not a big fan of, but we are playing triple Zombie World in this deck. It is a brick, but you are going second, and you want to see this card as fast as possible, and you would rather be dumping combo extenders from your deck to your graveyard off of Unizombie or Gozuki instead of Banshees to try to get to your Zombie World. So you do want to see this card as soon as possible. So playing it at 3 is something that we are trying out and is really working a lot better. It gives the combo ceiling of this deck a little bit of a higher potential, and it helps to make sure that your Super Poly is live too. Speaking of, we play 3-up because this card is just absolutely insane. Super Poly is just broken. You can't respond to it. You play Zombie World, so a 2 monster zombie type, this card is insane. We don't need to explain this card. This card is busted. For more fusion spells, we play the triple Shaddoll fusion. This is really, really strong because it allows you to fuse from your deck, provided your opponent has a monster from their extra deck on their side of the field. You go second, so 85% of decks nowadays are going to end with something from their extra deck on their field. So this just allows you to plus like 4 cards if you play your cards right.
Supers?
Yeah, you have the secrets.
Gross. Don't play supers.
They're first ed. This is the original print though.
Wow, it's originally ugly too.
And then for our 1-of spells, we play the 1 Reborn because it's an extender, the 1 Foolish because it's an extender, and then once again, we are going second deck, so we do main 1 Mind Control because it either baits a negate or takes a card on your opponent's field and allows you to either link with it or just get rid of any problematic card. And then the 1 trap, we play the Resh Shaddoll Incarnation. This card is literally just part of your combo. It's the only brick in the deck, but once again, if you do not need your Shaddoll engine, you can just discard this off of any of your effects to get it out of your hand and keep cards in your hand that you would need.
Yeah, you want the trap engrave anyway. You're not really using its on-field effect, you're using its grave effect.
Correct. Moving off into our extra deck, we do play the 1 Vampire Sucker. This card just allows you to draw a card whenever a zombie monster is special summoned from the graveyard, your side, or your opponent's side, so it's really good to help you just +1 regardless. We play the 1 Avendred Savior because this card allows you to just get access to your Dune King or any other combo extender if your opponent has a lot of negates set up. You can still link 2 into this. It helps you beat over really, really big monsters by reducing their attack, and it sends a zombie monster to the graveyard in the damage step for cost. So you can't ash it, you can't really stop it, and then you just get access in your main phase to that play extender that you sent to the graveyard. We play the 1 Cross Sheep. I'll be honest, man, I really think that this card is overrated.
Yeah, it was really cool at first, and like everyone was like, oh my god, Cross Sheep's the best rare ever to exist. And then like after a couple weeks, it just kind of went away. It's not super strong. I feel like it's not your main line of play. Like if you're trying to murder, like you're not really going into Cross Sheep, and like
this is more like a mid to late game, like grind game card that helps you regain advantage, but that's not what this deck's like initial build is supposed to do. This deck wants to go second, clear a board, and then OTK your opponent with multiple different routes. So this card is good mid to late game, but like it's definitely not something that you need. However, this card is something that you need. Crystron Needle Fiber is probably the most broken link card to ever come out in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! On summon, this card special summons a level 3 or lower tuner directly from your deck to your side of the field. This is a +1 every single time, and if you go for your Bloom, which is your typical choice, you literally just link it away and get free access to your Dune King. Like, this card is nuts. We do play the 1 Unicorn just for spot removal.
oh, sword.
Speaking of Boral Sword, we play like Boral Sword 2.0, number 60, Dragars. This is 2 level 4s, and this card has so many effects, which is why it's so good. So let's read this card. This card says you can detach 2 materials from this card, then activate 1 of the following effects. Skip your next draw phase. Also, draw 2 cards, then discard 1. So you skip your next draw phase, but you are drawing 2 cards and discarding 1. So with a bunch of dangers, that's really, really good if you just need to search for your Bigfoot to pop a face-up card on the field, or if you need to get a bloom and then send it to the graveyard, or if you already have the bloom and you want to send it to your graveyard, or you got a Mizuki. This card is such utility to get things out of your hand. Skip your next main phase 1. Also, special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense position. So that's a second effect that's also really good because it helps you extend. But the reason that we really do play this card is its third effect, which is skip your next battle phase. Also, double the attack of 1 monster you control until the end of the turn. This card literally just makes any card twice the attack to help you just go in and kill your opponent faster. As I said, we have a rank 8 option. We are playing Dingirsu, Orchest of the Evening Star, because this card allows you protection if it's mid to late game from destruction, or it just allows you to send a card on the field. It's just spot removal. It's really, really good. And once again, when you have Unizombie and your Phantasmes, you have 8 level 8s in the deck. So this card is really easy to access if you need it. For our Shaddoll package, we play the 1 Construct, the 1 Winda, the 1 Al Capone, and then the 1 Shekanaga. Construct is really, really good because once again, just generic spot removal. It's almost like it's a theme in this deck. Going second, trying to break boards. It just destroys a card at the beginning of the damage step. Winda is probably the best floodgate in the game right now. I can't believe this card didn't get hit on the last ban list, at least to like 1, but this card is so strong, and it's a really good going first option if your opponent makes you go first. Al Capone is just a negate. It shuts a card off on the field, and then Shekanaga, you really only play because you want to get combo extenders in the graveyard. So if you can send a Shaddoll card to your graveyard, get their effects to trigger, and you have to send an Earth card. So Mizukis are Earth, your Gozukis are Earth. So these are all combo extenders. So not only do you get a free body and you pop a card on the field if you send like Dragon, or you get a draw if you send Beast, but you also get access to a Mizuki or a Gozuki in your graveyard. So these cards are really, really powerful. And then for our super poly targets, we play the 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, the 1 Starving Venom, and the 1 Draco Necro Nether Soul Dragon. This is 2 monsters with the same attribute but different types. Everyone knows exactly what these cards do, so if you've seen any of our profiles before, you know exactly why these cards are here. There's no need to further explain them. You play these cards because they're perfect. So we're going to shuffle on camera, just so everyone knows that we don't stack hands here, because people say that about every YouTuber. But while we shuffle...
Look at my son! Look at this field center. Isn't it cute? Don't you want one? Look at this beautiful, shiny, little sweet man. Yeah, this is Tops. He's our perfect son, and you can have him if you want on your own field, in your own home, and in your own heart. He's $10, and then stickers we have are also $5. And we have PayPal links in the description box down below. You can have your sweet son. International shipping is free. Shipping in general is free. You just got to provide your name and address, and we'll get them right out to you. We also have new merch, new different field centers, and new different stickers coming very soon, and those will be revealed in a video coming up as soon as we get them. So yeah, if you like merch, I got you. There's also a merch shelf with a shirt underneath this video. So
oh yeah, go pick those up, son.
take a look at those cool sub shirts. Thanks.
Okay, here you go.
Okay. Hiya. Yeah. There you go. Oh, jeez.
Man, you're such a mess at that. Okay.
Mess in general.
We're gonna rip first 5. Ooh. Wow. All right, this is interesting. So we are going to Phantasme because our opponent is linking, because that's what every deck does. So we're gonna draw 2, put 1 back. Ooh, this is tough. What do we put back? I say we put the Beast back. You want to cut opponent so that they know that we're not stacking.
Goodness me. We don't stack here. I can barely cut the deck. All right.
There we go. Cool. Now, we're going to draw for turn. Oh my god, that's insane. Every time, folks. Every single time. We're going to activate our Shaddoll Fusion. Set a Trick Clown and a Wendy, because we put the Beast back. So now we can continually dig through our deck. Summon the Construct here. So we'll go Construct 1, Wendy 2, Trick Clown 3. So Trick Clown will summon, paying 1,000. Wendy, summon a Beast, and then Construct sends our trap. All right, opponent, you want to cut?
Oh my god, you're just gonna go in again.
You're right, but I just want everyone to know. No, well, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna banish these 2 to flip said Beast.
Skippy. All right,
Draw 2, discard a 1. Oh, that's annoying. We'll discard the Doom King. That's fine. So we are now going to activate our zombie world. Now we have tons of lines of play here. We haven't normal summoned yet. We could try to search through our deck for a Unizombie to draw again by hitting the Jackalope. We could take one of our opponent's cards with Mind Control, or we could at this point just super poly, discarding the Jackalope to get a free body on board. But we're gonna be a little greedy. We're gonna activate Jackalope in hand.
Okay.
So 1 through 5. Board. Perfect. So this will go. This will summon. And then we shall draw. Uni. Ah, darn it, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna link these two away now into our cross sheet. And now we're gonna activate our Mind Control, taking one of our opponent's cards. We'll just say that this is their card. And provided, once again, this is just to show the ceiling of the deck and what the deck can do. This is, yes, it's playing without interruptions, but we are just going to take these two cards now and link again into our Vampire Sucker. Then we're gonna activate our Super Poly, getting rid of the rest of their cards by discarding, our Bigfoot. So Bigfoot will pop the remaining card on their field, and then we will special summon our Draco Necro Nether Soul Dragon guy here. And then because it was summoned, we will activate Cross Sheep to special summon back a Banshee. And then here we can just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Into our Boral Sword. And as I said, of course you're going to encounter interruption, but this is the end board if you can go uninterrupted. You have a 3,000 beater, you have Boral Sword, which is basically a 6,000 beater, you have Phantasme for targeting protection, and you have another way to get rid of something. We've popped, what, 2, 3 cards on the field, and realistically, like, we didn't even need to go into our zombie engine. We just had access to it, so...
Yeah, you didn't even see
we didn't even see Unizombie or, like, any of our play starters, and we're still able to end on over 10k worth of damage.
So then just imagine seeing Unizombie, what you could do. This is just the not ideal hand, so even though we went uninterrupted, we still want to show you guys the ceiling of the deck, and that's why we do those tutorial sessions where we do show interruption and we do play through interruption. This is a shorter version where we're like, here's what it can do, here's its potential. We know interruption happens.
Yeah, so. And even with that, like, so maybe you didn't end on half of this, but you still had other additional lines of play that you could have gone to and gone through, so this deck definitely does break boards really easily, and it goes in and OTKs your opponent almost no problem. So that is our updated Shaddoll-Zombie list. We just want to thank you guys for being here. Once again, if you're not already a subscriber, go down and hit the subscribe button. It supports the channel so much. Check us out on Instagram. It's at CrushCardsYGO. We have a Discord if you guys want to interact with us, and if you want to really support us and get some of the best benefits that we have to offer, we have a link to our Patreon down in the description box as well.
And if you sign up so you can get all those super cool May benefits, because May's a week away. It's gonna be May. Thanks, JT. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please comment down below. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you'd like to see. We have a lot of really awesome deck profiles coming up very soon. We're just waiting on cards in the mail, but man, we're so excited for them. So I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, a great midweek. I hope you have a great rest of your week. All right, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow, apparently.
We love you.
Bye, you matter. You're perfect.
Bye, guys.